All right, listen up. I want to tell you about something that is happening in America, and it is happening right now. This is not happening in a war zone. It is not happening under some authoritarian regime. It's happening right here on American soil. Inside
2019, the time is 15:45 hours. I am in medical at the El Paso Processing Center supervising the calculated use of force on detainee Kumar Ajay.
Some ICE detention centers, some detainees cited. They are protesting the conditions. They are in a hunger strike. Authorities have responded by force feeding. The detainee is restrained, often forcibly. Their head is held still, as something that a doctor would subject a awake, alert patient to. DHS officials quietly subject at least 10 hunger strikers in U.S. immigrant detention to involuntary medical procedures, including force feeding. This is the first known set of cases in Trump's second term. And of those 10 people, at least 3, possibly as many as 5, were ultimately forced into treatment. The cases include a Kurdish asylum seeker. That detainee was force-fed 8 months. It ended only when he was deported. An Afghan man was force-fed daily for 6 months while being physically restrained. And a Ukrainian man detained by ICE in the now closed Alligator Alcatraz, his attorney told The Guardian. Officials refused to give his medication, citing his hunger strike. ICE requested an order to force feed him, but his lawyer intervened. DHS responded to The Guardian's. They said ICE has a long-standing practice to provide comprehensive medical care from the moment an alien enters ICE custody, when an individual's medical condition presents a serious risk of death or permanent harm, or when other compelling legal or operational interests are implicated. ICE may seek judicial authorization for appropriate medical interventions consistent with applicable law. This is the best health care that many aliens have received in their entire lives. We're talking about human beings. This health care and procedures that it meets the definition of torture are processed through legal channels. They look for permission from a federal judge to forcibly treat a hunger striker. The orders amount to a rubber stamp. They're approved quickly behind closed doors without meaningful due process. In 6 of the cases, the detained immigrants did not have any legal representation during court proceedings. Behind every single arrest is a human who end up trapped in a detention system with poor living conditions and spoiled food, medical neglect. The Department of Homeland Security has continued to deny that its facilities have issues.
ICE, in coordination with the Justice Department, went to a federal judge and requested to force feed. In a lot of the cases, there were no attorneys representing the hunger strikers who were being subject to this practice to force feed or conduct other types of involuntary medical procedures on immigrant detainees. He had no legal representation, and then the process began. Mr. Choli held firm, and he didn't break his hunger strike. He was force-fed for 8 months, from May of 2025 until January of this year. He described guards at the detention centers would enter his solitary confinement cell. They would wrestle him to the ground. They would shackle him, take him to the infirmary, and then in the infirmary they would pin him, hold him down to the bed, and would insert a tube through his nose, down his throat, and into his stomach. They would pump nutritional liquids into his stomach to conduct the force feeding. Then they would remove the tube. He describes how at night, when he was going back to his solitary confinement cell, he'd be lying down, and you would have to swallow his own blood due to the trauma that was forced onto his nose and onto his throat. It's truly horrific circumstances.
These are not the worst of the worst people that are being taken inside these facilities.